Want to speak for the drainage issue that Councilman Correa. Take care. And 106.
Okay, hello, my name is Valerie Flores, and I am the owner of Foxville Daycare. The address is 100 East 6th Street. And I just wanted to bring it to your attention that we've had a drainage problem since I acquired the property in 2016. It has, since 2016, has gotten worse. And I plan on putting in a sidewalk, and I cannot do it unless the road is fixed. And if you go through the pictures, you will see only 1B. I have attempted to make a ramp, but it has got washed away because the water stands. As you can see in figure 1B, the water stays, it has nowhere to go. There is a drainage, but the road is lower than the drainage. The drainage pipe is higher. You'll see it in the next picture. You will see that I no longer have any curbs there on my property. The yard is washing out to the road because the curbs are sinking. The whole side of that road is sinking. If you look on figure 3, you will see the corner sidewalk, and this is a path of travel accessibility, and it has corroded. This sidewalk was made less than 2 years ago, and it's already sinking. So this is not only a hazard for myself and my clients, but also for anyone who travels that sidewalk. On figure 4, A, B, C, and D, all of those show how it is sinking, how that side of the road is sinking. If you see figure 4D, you can actually see how 6th Street and Paredes or Arroyo, how there's no way the water could drain up and go into the actual drainage. It's impossible. So the water just stays there, and it's corroding even more. So I just wanted to bring it to your attention that I have spoken to different people in the city, and when they were fixing 5th Street, I said if they had any intentions of fixing 6th Street, and they mentioned to me that if they had money left over, they would see what they could do. When I wanted to be on the agenda for today's meeting, they informed me that they were aware of the situation, and it was something that was going on with TxDOT. And I spoke to a Mr. Hernandez, sorry. He's the supervisor for TxDOT in Bronzeville, and he is also aware of the situation, and he told me that he has spoken to Los Fresnos and let them know that it is not their problem, that it is Los Fresnos' problem. So it's he said, she said, going back and forth, and I don't know what the problem is, but I just need it fixed. Because I have kids that a bus drop off, so the kids are getting dropped off there in the buses, and it's wet. I mean, there's water standing, it's raining, it's standing there. And the kids don't know, I mean, we can't carry all of them and bring them all in, because there's a certain amount of caregivers. So they need to be able to have a clear path to walk through. And if the water drains, it would be perfect, but it cannot drain because you'll see in the pictures that it's higher. It needs to be level. I would appreciate your help, and if I need to be on the agenda next time, please put me on. Thank you.
Thank you.
everything she said is correct. When, if you'll recall, years back when 1827 on William Boulevard was redone, TxDOT fixed all those drains, and if you drive there today, you'll see this street is good because we just did it as part of another project through CDBG funds. Sixth Street is probably the worst one. Seventh Street is also messed up. Eighth Street is messed up. We have talked to TxDOT. We feel like it's their responsibility. There was a letter that I had you send on our behalf. A lot of times, whenever we talk to them, they just think the city staff, and when it comes to the mayor, it means more. So they're looking to see what we can do. In the meantime, as y'all know, the CDC is funding some alley projects, and the low bidder on that project was Peterson Construction. So Carlos is working with them to get an estimate to see if, while they're doing the alley projects, they can do that even if we can't get TxDOT. Because like Mallory says, you know, it really makes no difference whether it's our fault or their fault. That needs to be fixed. So we'll wait for that price. We're getting ready to start that other project. They put barrels and signage in the areas where they're going to do the alley. So we should be able to get a price on that. If it's something that we already have in the budget, we'll just go ahead and do that. We'll keep you posted and keep Valerie posted. The curb is actually the curb from Arroyo to where the drainage piece is what they put in from their back. The curb is different than it was put in years ago, and they put what they call a lay-down curb. So it's not a full curb like you see in others. So it's actually the way it's supposed to be. It just wasn't done like normal. Why they picked that street to do it, I don't know. But if you'll see it all the way down, it's a, I can't remember if they call it lay-down curb or half curb. So we'll get a price, and hopefully that'll get us resolved. In the meantime, I am still talking to TxDOT because it's ultimately their responsibility.
Any idea why it's sinking? Is there any pipes or anything down there, water pipes or sewer pipes that may be leaking?
No, when they installed it right.
I think what it's thinking is the water can't drain, so we have a lake there. So the water just seeps down and everything is going down with the water being going. And it is just simply awful the way it is. And, you know, professional people get out of their cars. There's no way they can go into the entrance without getting their shoes muddy, without getting their kids' shoes muddy. And it's not the way our city, we have a beautiful city. It's a stain on our city. We need to take care of it. Whatever it takes, we need to take care of it.
Or it's not the way to do it. It's something that we're working on. There is a way to fix that. That curve looks like it's been there for a long time. The way it is.
The original, but the other, it was put in correctly by, let me rephrase that. It was put in correctly and it drained correctly whenever it was installed. However, their base evidently was not right, and that's, as time went on, the base gave way, and then as time goes, then you have the water and you have the other that compounds the problem.
Yeah.
So
That it was time, but the good thing is that it can be fixed. As the sooner we take care of it.
yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, for your information. All right, then. We'll go ahead and go on to the consent agenda. Discussion of the consent agenda. Now I'm going to entertain a motion.
I move that we approve the consent agenda as it is written.
I do have. One of the problems is the signs, you know, when you come out of Julio, the signs, you have cars going both ways. And we need to have the signs up on it, so that was the one way. On the alleys,
Oh, okay. Okay,
you know where I'm talking about?
yes. I was on the consent agenda, so it took me a minute to see where you were.
Well, this is the alley paving project, so I don't know if that was. Anyway.
Yeah, I didn't have time to see it. And yeah, I think
We will get those, we have them, already in-house, we just haven't installed them yet.
any other questions? You second motion?
I did.
Okay. Motion has been made and seconded. We approve consent agenda as written. Are there any questions or concerns? If not, those in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Okay. Motion carries. Thank you. Item F, action items. Item number one, consideration and action to approve the first reading of ordinance items to annex territory to the Fresno, to the city of Fresno, and extending the boundary. Well,
It's the same property we talked about in the public hearing. The developer has installed the streets, the drainage, water, sewer. They're waiting for electrical and street signs. But they're responsible for all of those before we finalize it, that those will be done. This is just to annex the territory.
now we'll go ahead and move that we approve the first reading of ordinance item 11. There a second?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. Any questions or discussion? If not, those in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Those
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries. Item two, consideration action to approve the bids and award a contract for the wastewater treatment plant chlorine contract, basin, and chemical feed system and headworks improvement. One,
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, the bid came in, and the low bid was Ferguson Service Systems for $1,549,270. This is part of a Texas Water Development Board project. We have $2,425,000 available. So we'll have a little bit less than 900,000 to do other projects. Rick Riggins is here from Hanson if you have any questions, but we reviewed the bids as well as references. Recommend we accept that.
questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we approve the bids and awards for contract for the wastewater treatment plant, chlorine content basin and chemical feed systems and headwork improvements.
Motion
I-
has been made. Seconded, and we approve.
I second it.
Sorry?
He said he seconded it.
Okay. Motion has been made and seconded that we approve a contract for the wastewater treatment for contract based on. So, is there any questions or discussion? If not, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed,
Aye.
motion carries. Consideration and action to approve proposal and receipt for bank depository services and authorize city manager to negotiate an agreement based on the proposal.
As you can see in your packages, we received proposals. Next Regional Bank, Lone Star, and First Community Bank. Ratings were done with Yolanda, myself, and Pablo. You see the rating in the sheet. First rating was First Community Bank, second Texas Regional Bank, Lone Star is third. Recommendation is First Community Bank to accept the ratings as presented, and we will negotiate with them with a contract based on what they submitted. That's our recommendation.
Any questions? If not, I'll go ahead and move that we approve the proposals received for bank depository services and authorize the city manager to negotiate an agreement based on the proposal.
I'll second it.
Motion has been made and seconded that the proposal received for the bank depository services and authorize the city manager to negotiate based on the proposal.
Question. Should we include in that motion the recommendation by Mark on the First Community Bank?
Yes.
That way it's designated according to the ratings?
Okay, well, that's very great. Any other questions or discussion? If not, those in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, the same. Motion carried. Item 4, consideration and action to approve the proposals received for auditing services and authorize the city manager to negotiate an agreement. One,
Yes, sir. Mr. Mayor, members of the council, audit services, contract is up. We advertised a bid. We got three proposals, Cartwright Ingram, Haney and Company, and Costas and Associates. You can see the different information that's in your packet from kind of a summary of what those proposals are. Each one of you were given the actual packet that they submitted to us. We rated people on the rating committee with myself, Pablo, finance director, Jackie, city secretary, Yolanda Cruz, city council, and James Herrera, also city council. We did the rating, as you can see in the packet. Number 1 rating was Cartwright Ingram. Number 2 was Haney and Company, and number 3, Costas and Associates. One of the things that the committee suggested as we do agree with the order and the fact that 1, 2, and 3 and then allow me to negotiate with Carter and Ingram. Cost was a factor in the discussion. And so whether you would like to give me a range or just allow me to work with them on that. We did notice as you look through the different proposals, Carter was the most expensive, but is also the one that would spend the most number of hours here with testing and different things, and that's what you want as a council. What we want as administration is them to look at different facets of the organization to be sure that things are done according to law. So while they were the most expensive, they were also the one that would spend the most hours here. The others were less expensive, would spend less time. Costos and Associates, their price was firm regardless if they spent more time or not. So that's pretty easy to, if it went down to number 3. But number 2 was the less amount of hours, and they put in their proposal if they spent more hours, they would charge more. So I think the committee didn't want to have an open-ended thing there, so that, but back to the deal. Do what?
It was the highest rate per hour.
Highest rate per hour because of the less time spent, so,
You're talking about 1, 2?
yes, painting company. So what our recommendation is to approve the rating as presented and allow me to negotiate with Carter Ingram on a 3-year agreement. Negotiate with them on price.
Mark, can I interject something?
Yes, it's you're up.
The biggest problem I saw is a tremendous increase every year. And I think that was just totally excessive. And if that stands, I would not go.
Right.
From the first to the 3rd year, totally excessive rate increase.
That you already forward.
If they negotiate and have a reasonable increase year, from 1 year to the next, fine. What they have there, I mean,
For this,
for this contract, for a 3-year contract, it's a big increase every year.
And you can see that on page 56 of your packet.
so what would be your recommendation?
My recommendation is, Mark can negotiate a reasonable increase, yeah. The second, 3rd year, or the second and 3rd year, I'll accept it, but not what it is
I
now.
was looking at the differences in the bids, and the lowest one was 35, no? That was the lowest possible.
Yeah, that's what we'll
And the highest is this, but we still went with that.
went with that.
We still rated higher.
Well, we're spending more hours,
We really charged.
they spend more hours doing the work. Hasco spends the least hours. They have the least rate per hour, and they spend the least hours. So it's a toss up, what we want.
So then we need to have a plan if our problem with allowing Mark to try to negotiate. The rate.
If you look here, the first year is 43,000, 2 years later, it's 52,000, the same job.
Yeah.
That's totally unreasonable.
And it's higher than $10,000. So,
The way you normally do proposals is you ask, well, how did that firm become the number one rated. There's several factors in there, and you don't take the low bid, so to speak. So you look at the whole piece, and that's what the rating is for. Can be a piece in your rating that you just can't agree with totally, and so that's why it's a request for proposals, not request for a price. And so it's a proposal, and so you judge on qualifications. I think the right term is. So you look at the qualifications, including the price, and then you negotiate from there. That's done on architects, it's done on engineers, it's done on firms that do auditing and professional services, so that you are comfortable with the right one doing the work.
Well, if you look here, the third year, they're $20,000 higher than the number two. $20,000. Excessive.
I would recommend that you go ahead and try to negotiate with them, if they're willing to negotiate on the price and lower it. I would say the range is between, what, 10 or 8 should be.
I would say, in the forties, somewhere in the 40s, 44, 43 would be reasonable. $20,000 increase.
I said a range between 35 and 40, or 44, or,
Somewhere in there.
yeah. And if they're willing to negotiate, we can go ahead and go with that. If not, I think that Carlos sounds like a mess.
We'll come back and there's pluses and minuses on the other two. If they're only two left, we negotiate some. Number two is the highest grade. Much higher than everybody else.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do that, Mike. If you could kind of-
Is that a motion from you?
Okay, I'll go ahead and entertain a motion.
Okay, I move that we have raise, Negro, provided that Mark negotiates the price, not to exceed $44,000 on the final year.
I'll second.
Motion has been made and seconded that we accept the number one bidder. With Mark negotiating on price with it not to exceed $44,000 for the third year.
All the other years will be less, I mean, that'll be the maximum.
Yeah, with the maximum being 44,000. Any questions or discussion? If not, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, the same.
Aye.
Motion
Aye.
carries. Item 5, consideration and action to accept bids and award a contract for the hike and glide trail project. Mark?
Mr. Mayor, members of the council, this is an exciting project, one that we've been working on in some way or the other since 2012. We got bids in. The low bid was $895,152.63. We knew going in that we didn't have enough funds. We had made some plans for how to fund that. If you'll recall, we have a $500,000 grant from Valley Baptist Legacy Foundation, $200,000 grant from Texas Parks and Wildlife. It leaves us about 300,000, a little below 300,000 short. You say, why was it that much off? If you recall, when some of you were not here, but those of you who are here and for the public and for you who are here, behind Holiday Out, there was a piece of property that, for some reason, back in the 30s, when they did all of the drainage district easements, they never did the easement for that piece. So the man that owned the property actually owned to the middle of the drainage ditch. And the drainage district didn't even have the rights to have the ditch there. Of course, the drainage district said, by now they can't change anything, so we don't care. We couldn't put our trail along there unless it was fixed, so we went through a lot of things to make that happen. Part of making that happen is where First Street continues, right now it's dirt and grass. There's an angled ditch that comes that drains out from 2480 to the canal where Ebony is, Pecan. Can't think of Wasatch all the way on 2480. It drains through that ditch. So that ditch is above ground past First Street. So in order for now the gentleman that owns that property to have access, we have to move that drainage ditch back and put it underground. That alone costs $203,000. And that's something we would have had to have done at some point in the future, whether we did this project or not. So when we started the project, of course, that $203,000 was not even viewed or thought of, because who would have thought that in the 1930s they didn't do things right and left a problem there for us to deal with. The other one was we had also an easement along Holiday Out, and so we have to pay for additional fencing there, is what we agreed on that agreement. So altogether, it's about $230,000 of fees that we didn't think were gonna be there. The original construction cost was just about $50,000, $60,000 less than what the bid came in. So over 5 years, that's probably pretty good. Was originally a good bid. I mean, a good estimate by the engineers who gave it to us at the time. So long story short is we're looking for some money. I'm not asking for approval tonight. I just wanted you to have that. I have gone to Valley Baptist Legacy Foundation to say, hey, this is where we are in the project. Is there another round of funding that we can access or funds from other projects? They do have another project. If you own Brownsville, the one you see some trail work being done. That actually will connect to this trail, and folks can get on the trail here and go all the way into Brownsville, staying off of the Lane Road. It looks like they're going to have between $75,000 and $100,000 that they can award us. They'll know that in the next week or two. And so that's why I want you to make a commitment. If we get $100,000 then from that piece, my recommendation is let's go to the CDC and see if we can split the difference between the balance that's left. The city has a very healthy fund balance. Our goal is to have 90-day supply. We've got about 140-day rainy day fund, so that'll still keep us into the 120 days or so. So we'll still be very, very safe in our management of funds, but it will give us a good project and fix, as you know, some problems that we've uncovered as we've gone through this process.
Right, we're getting bids on the bike rental all the way to Bahia Grande.
Yes,
And come all the way around to where we're gonna meet the Cannons, what's the name of the park?
Palo
All the way in my town eventually. It's a tremendous project.
So fortunately, they have some funds, and it would be cool people, and they already do, they just go on the highway. It's pretty dangerous, but it'd be good they get on the nature park, they're going to high school, all the way to downtown Brownsville, they'll be able, they're working on the phase, like Mr. Herrera said, to build a Laguna Vista and very nice, project.
So that's gonna run from over there from the canal where the rodeo club is? From on the canal, by the canal,
Yes, it goes,
all the way to 10th Street, yeah?
yes, sir. It goes by the back of the nature park, along the canal, uses the, to stay, we're staying off of the, I say canal, I'm sorry, drainage ditch. We're staying off the ditch as much as possible, and there's an old, street right away, Thomas Street, that was never developed and is not gonna be developed, because we have cul-de-sacs there.
On crossing from 100, are we gonna do some kind of lightning there or for safety?
Yes, TxDOT's requirement is that you will have to go 1 block to the west and cross where Wingstop is. So that's part of the project is to improve the sidewalks there, to go to a block down. They won't let you cross a major highway where there is not a block. So we have to go up to that one. And that's a requirement through TxDOT.
Okay, thank you.
And of course, it'll be a crosswalk
Thank you, Mark.
for them to get across.
Mark, will you recommend that we not take any action on this item?
Just no action when you've got the information, and I'll bring it, once Annapolis Legacy Foundation lets us know, and then, we'll have a good picture.
So we'll take action at the next meeting then?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Just for your information, right now, the park is just about full in the morning with people walking right now. Before we even have the light there. So it's a very, very popular spot right now.
Oh, yeah. That's good, our folks are doing.
Rudolph from Hack is here as the engineer of the project. Anything to add? Good. We do feel like it's a very, very good bid, so that's why we're looking to find the funding, because we've got a very, very.
We've been working on this project a long time. Fortunately, we specialize. But, we're almost there. Yeah. Thank you. All right, item number 6, consideration of action to appoint a person to the Community Development Corporation.
Are we gonna make an action on number 5? Or no?
No, we're not taking any action on that. Until the next meeting, and so we're here from the Legacy Foundation. Okay, for the next item, we have Gordon Capone, Walker Street.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just talking to Andy Lopez is the one that brought it to my attention that there was a vacancy on the CDC commission. So I said that yes, I mentioned to him previously that I was interested in serving in the city. And so just briefly, I am interested in this position. My background, I was born and raised in Michigan. Attended college at Central Michigan University, moved to Texas in 1988, worked 25 and a half years with the state of Texas Health and Human Services Commission in a variety of positions there. I started here, well, in San Juan in the Valley, promoted to Harlingen, then went to Austin, and when I finished there, retired from the state, I got the house that I'm living in So I'm interested in the position, and I do appreciate your consideration. Have any questions?
Of course, you know my nomination. I said, you know who I'm nominating for that position.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you, sir. We handed another nominee for the position. Is he present? No. Leonel Casanova. Apparently he's also interested in the position and he's retired. Looks like he's a former counselor, he's got a counselorship certificate. And he wants to also serve and help the community. So we have two applicants at this time.
Do they both live inside city?
Sorry?
Do they both live inside city limits?
Yes.
Okay.
You have a comment?
Yes, he gave me the application, and he wants to serve, in the nature park also, he's very interested in the butterfly gardens and the, Casanova. That's what the interest is the park.
Okay, so, we have two individuals, and, what we can do is go ahead and vote. Those individuals who would like Mr. Capone on the street, you could, say, or say aye.
Aye.
Okay, those in favor of Mr. Casanova, say aye.
Aye.
I can hardly hear the names, but my nomination will be for,
Casanova. And Mr. Rivera voted for him, I voted for him. Did you, Yolanda, did you vote for him?
I voted for Mr. Casanova.
Okay, that's good.
I second that for Casanova.
Okay, so that's 4-1. Okay, so, sir, thank you for your interest. We'd like for you to come back. So we often have vacancies, and you're more than welcome to come back and reapply, and we appreciate your interest. And we also have other board, housing authority, and other committees where you could probably do good work for. This community is a community that's made up of volunteers. And we depend on our volunteers for many things. Number one, because they're good at what they do. They have a lot of practical knowledge that the citizens of the city can utilize. And it doesn't cost a lot for the city to work with volunteers. And we appreciate it. Volunteer fire department, building next door, most made up of volunteers, and the fire department is the second largest in the state. Second volunteer fire, second largest volunteer fire department in the state. So we're very proud of that. So we take a lot of pride in our volunteers, and like I say, the friends is more than welcome to be applied. As a matter of fact, you can leave your application and we will certainly consider other homes. Thank you very much, sir. Item G, action, acknowledgement of city managers.
I think the short road there, you've got all the information, and if you've got a question on a specific area that I'll be glad to do that. There's a lot of projects, a lot of, keep a lot of balls in the air.
How are we doing on the Henderson project?
The engineer and contractor said they're doing good on time and in fact ahead of schedule. From my view, I say it's taking too long. It's just me. People that live there probably say it's taking too long. But, as far as the schedule, they're ahead of schedule. And, it'll be good when it's done. It's kind of rough, going through that and with the construction in the time being, it makes it not convenient for those residents.
I'm hoping it takes forever. I like the less traffic that goes through there. I think after it goes to a full roadway, we may need the police over there and keep those speed limits down.
Fortunately, it's just the cycle crossing, so the rest of the road is gonna remain as is, so hopefully it'll stay.
Are they gonna fix some of that, would they, those big loaders and excavators and stuff, they're going back and forth?
They'll have to do that.
So they're tearing up some of that roadway.
Yeah. Sure.
The census, how that coming?
Doing good. We're, as of today, I gave you the information in the packet, but as of today, we're at 49.1% of the addresses in the city have filled out the census. So we're right at 50%. I say that's good just compared to other cities in the valley. We're doing good. We're not doing good as far as, reaching, what we would like to do is reach 80–90%, if not more. We feel like the coronavirus problem has affected that. We had a bunch of things scheduled through the school, events that when we could get families there, and moms and dads, and the school was going to have a lot of things to where they set up computers. They would just bring them in and help them do it right there. Of course, none of that could happen at all. We're hoping in the fall. However, school comes back in whatever form it comes back, there will be some areas to be able to do that in late August and September. They have moved the date to October 31st, so they extended the date across the nation, of course. So if you know families and friends, neighbors, ask them to, they filled out the census. It's very easy. It's like 9 questions and doesn't take very long. It's not, some people worry about data that you give. It's not at this time. And prior years, sometimes there's 30–40 questions. This is not that, so.
When we saying the zip code or just city limits of
But the 49.1?
Yeah.
The 49.1 is just in the city limits. Of course, as a school, they care about outside as well, their funding and their help. So that's why it's a good to partner with them, because they not only get.
I'm wondering if they're going by the zip code. And the zip code is part of the city.
No, they go through census tracts, and they've got the city. Jackie worked long and hard on being sure the boundaries were correct, and it takes a lot of work, because I think we've uncovered some kind of last minute that had been a little off. not from what our records show, but the census shows, so, she has that, and so that percentage comprises our city limits. There's another census tract, you can look outside, and it shows, actually, as you go outside and look at the city, it goes less.
Whatever we can do to help, or get, we need that. It's very important.
Do you know if the school, since you're working with the school, is doing anything like Hidalgo did with some of their high schools where they got clubs involved in contests as to see who could get the most people signed up and everything on the, you know, they gave out some small prizes and stuff, but most of it was a bragging thing.
That's what we had planned in April and May, but school meetings all fell apart. So we're hoping that we'll mirror that. We talked to the school, they want to mirror what we were going to do in April and May, and do it in August and September.
Yeah.
Similar things.
I imagine those kids are, you know, if you get those clubs invited, they're pretty innovative as to how they can communicate with each other virtually and everything and get things done, you know. But anyway, that's their.
I'll mention that too.
They're gonna get things done at home.
Yeah.
A lot of them, you know, their parents haven't signed up.
Good idea. I'll see maybe they do something over the summer.
Ask a question on the alley paving that I forgot to point it out. Mark, the alley behind the Methodist church. You know, I went to church there for 30 years, and we had a problem there for 30 years. It's not used very much, but Mrs. Tandy's house is real low. And they're gonna have a problem with lower that, and we pave it, it's gonna flood our house.
That's kind of the reason why it was on the agenda to do, it's so that we can keep the water away from both places, the house as well as the old Methodist church, because you're right, it's through the years, it's just gotten higher and higher. And so they're gonna properly do that, and they're gonna have to make some swells on both sides, not big ditches, but a swell for the water to drain away from their homes and away from the buildings.
Okay, that's been addressed, basically,
Yes.
it's addressed. Okay, thank you very much.
That was the main concern on the whole thing.
Any other questions with regards to the city manager's report?
Where do you have plans to relocate the lift station on 9th Street?
The plans are to relocate it to where the alleyway would be between 8th and 9th Street.
Where, Mark?
Where the alleyway would be between 8th and 9th Street, right on Brazil.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I said Brazil, I meant Nogales. Right now, it's down the alleyway and about halfway where the old Fresno Street right of way used to be. And it's in the backyard of a residence. Back in the 40s or 50s, the city got a right of way from folks to put it in the corner of their backyard. Who would have ever thought that it would grow, and so that is used more, and so it's more of a problem being in someone's backyard. So it's moved from where it is to the east. Exactly halfway between 8th and 9th Street.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Do it to the east.
Okay, Nogales Street is west of Fort Mountain.
Nogales Street is, you go by the park, I mean, the library, community park. As you get to 8th Street, halfway there is the alley. To the right or to the west is where the lift station is now, because that was where the old Fresno Street right-of-way was. And for some reason, back in the day, the city closed Fresno Street up except for one block of Fresno Street, and that's between 5th and 6th, I believe. The rest of them were the right-of-way was done away with and given to the individuals on each side.
But that's still a residential area, isn't it?
Yes. But it's not in someone's, it's not in someone's backyard. It's on the alley right-of-way.
I mean, I don't want to move a problem from one place and start a problem.
Well, everybody wants sewer service, they just don't want the lift station by them. I mean, we have them on lots in different places throughout the city. Try to keep it away from a real populated area. The worst one that we have is because it collects most of the areas is that what we call Alamo Street. The station is between 8th and 9th. It's almost two city lots, but it's if you live next door, you notice it at times.
So this is a plan, or this is something that have to be approved on a later date? This.
It's already been approved.
We have the grant to do it. They're designing the new lift station, and part of it will be getting the new lift station and decommissioning the old one.
I noticed the one across the street from me once in a while.
Any other questions? We now will move that we, there a second?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to acknowledge the same. Those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, say
Aye.
motion carries. Item H, the department head report. Any questions with regard to the department head report? I don't know if you can answer, Mark, but have there been any issues maybe with everything that's going on?
Excuse me?
Have there been any issues with the regards to the police department's complaint, concern, protests? You know how things are. There's a lot of talk though, not funding the way they used to. The police department and, I don't know what's gonna happen with regards to that issue, but, I will see how we as a city can make any changes right now until we get some kind of direction from the state, I guess. A lot of the laws that the police officers have to follow are made by the state, and there's state laws that they have to follow. The state code and federal law. And we're getting some kind of direction as to things that are happening. And we just have to wish what we will have to do. And we can start looking after that. Okay. Any questions? If not, I'll go ahead and move that we acknowledge the Department head responsibilities stated. Second.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded that we acknowledge the Department head responsibilities. Questions or concerns? If not, those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed,
Aye.
motion carries. And it is 7:05 and this meeting.
Thank you, guys.
I was. Thank you. Thank you.